Hello everyone, I am back. I have a new story today. It's called Back Home, and it's about a little girl her name was Asha, who started school in her new country, and everything seems so different. She can't even understand what the teacher is saying. But with a little help from her classmates, Asha soon learns that things in her new school might not be different from back home, after all. So let's enjoy the story. And I want to tell you about the author. Her name is Shaista Fatehali. She's a friend of mine, a life coach for kids in Canada. And I really love this story because when I first read it, I find myself in the story, not as a little girl, but as an adult when I had to move to another country. The change was difficult. It wasn't easy. So when you have support of people around you, everything will be fine in the end. So let's start the story. Relax. It is my first day of school in my new country, and I feel so far away from my home. It is different here. Back home, I could smell the scent of jasmine flowers and feel the warmth of the sun on my scarf. Here, it is very cold, and the smell of cedar trees fills the air. The flowers are more colorful in this country, and I always wake up to the sounds of birds singing their morning songs. Papa reminds me that this is what life is like in our new home. Papa says he will walk with me to school. He says my teacher is waiting for me. I put on my new pink princess backpack, and my mom packs my favorite lunch, just like she used to back home. A tuna fish sandwich along with my favorite treat, sweet dates. I take Papa's hand and we start walking. Miss Kay, this is Asha. Papa talks to my new teacher. She looks different from the teachers back home. She's not wearing a scarf over her long braided hair, and she was a pretty flower dress on. She's talking very quickly, and the words don't make sense to me. Back home, I knew what my teachers were saying. Papa says he has to go. I don't want him to. I hold his hand tight. He gives my hand one more squeeze, and then let's go. He waves goodbye as he walks away. Miss Kay takes my hand and gives me a loving smile. She seems kind and helpful. Back home, we are taught to be kind and helpful too. Miss Kay starts talking to the class. Boys and girls, this is Asha. She just moved here from very far away. Maybe we can find a way to help her. I don't understand what she said, but I can see that the other kids are looking at me. All the kids look different here. It is much chillier here than it is back home, and everyone is wearing long pants and sweaters. The girls and boys are all sitting together at big tables. Back home, the boys and girls sit separately on a thick, round, patterned carpet. The girls usually wear scarves and long, fluffy dresses at school, while the boys mostly wear shorts and t-shirts because the sun makes everyone so hot. I feel alone and scared. I miss my friends from home, especially my best friend Zara. We used to love playing on the swings together. Out of the corner of my eye, I see some girls with beautiful sparkles in their hair. They remind me of a brightly colored scarves that my friends back home like to wear. I look around and decide to join them where they are sitting. I wave and they wave back. The girl next to me points to herself and says, "Sarah." I think she is trying to say that her name is Sarah. "Asha," I say and give her a big smile. She smiles back. She is very friendly. Back home, we are taught to be friendly with each other too. The teacher is writing something on the board. It looks and sounds very unusually to me. Where I am from, the teachers write from right to left, and our words are made of long swoops and dots. But Miss K is writing in the wrong direction, and her letters are made of straight lines. I do not know what sounds they are supposed to make. I see Sarah copying what the teacher has written on the board. This is not the way I write. I feel confused and foolish. I put my head down. Sarah looks at me and moves her chair closer to me. She takes the pencil from my hand and writes some blocky marks in my notebook. "See, Asha?" It says Asha. A-S-H-A. Asha. Asha? I say. I take the pencil and try. She is trying to teach me. She is being so patient. Back home, we are taught to be patient too. It is lunchtime. I'm not sure how that works here. I look around. Everything seems normal. Everyone has their own lunches. I finally feel calm and peaceful. Back home, we are taught to live in peace, and there were many times I felt calm and peaceful, like I do right now. I take out my lunch from my princess backpack and start eating my tuna sandwich. I see a boy beside me eating the same sandwich. I had not noticed him before. He has dark, friendly eyes and very shiny black hair. I turn to him and point to my lunch. He looks at his and gives me a thumbs up. I give a thumbs up too. I take a bite and smile. Then he takes a bite and smiles back. I finish my sandwich and begin eating my dates. I look around and see the other people are eating their treats too. They have pudding, cookies, and candy bars. Nobody has dates here. I wonder why. They are so sweet and delicious. Back home, we are taught to share with one another, so I tap Sarah on the shoulder and hold out a date for her. She takes a bite and licks her lips. As I turn back to my sandwich, she taps me on the shoulder and shares her cookies with me. Maybe here they are taught to share too. And you know what? I love dates too. They are so delicious. I eat them every day. After lunch, everyone puts on their jackets and lines up at the door. They must be getting ready to go play outside, like we do back home. The swings are my favorite. I put on my jacket and follow Sarah. I notice all the boys play soccer just like they do back home. Sarah takes me to the playground. I see the swings. They look like the ones we have back home. I see some children waiting and taking turns pushing each other. It looks like they are having so much fun laughing and playing. Back home, we are taught to take turns too. I see an empty swing and I jump on it. Sarah comes up behind me and begins pushing me. As she pushes me, I imagine I am a bird flying high in the sky, feeling the soft breeze against my face. I laugh and remember how I played with Zara back home. This reminds me of her and I feel happy. I feel like I am at home. I hear a whistle and see all the children rush to go back inside. Sarah takes my hand and guides me back to the classroom. As I sit down at the table, Miss K writes number on the board. I know this. Back home we learn about numbers too, and they look the same as the one they have here. Miss K gives each of us a piece of paper with numbers written on it. It looks like the same work we did back home. I feel brave and certain I know how to answer these questions. I look over at Sarah and see that she looks confused, just like I did earlier. She was such a good friend to me when I was upset that I decide to help her now. Back home, we are thought to be good friends with everyone we meet. I show her how to use the counters. Mrs. Gay gave us to make 9. I take out 4 counters and then put 5 more down. I touch them and Sarah counts. She smiles and gives me a hug. I feel joyful that I was able to help her. When we are finished with our math lesson, we have time to play a game outside together. I see a green drum with chalk squares on the pavement. Sarah takes a small round ball, throws on a square and hops. I know this game. We call it Hajla back home. I play along with them and do not notice the time. Asha, Asha, I hear. It is Papa. He comes up to me and gives me a big hug. I can tell he must have been worried about me. I smile and he smiles back. He looks so relieved and I am okay. It is time to leave, he says. It's time to go home. I take his hand and walk with him. I wave to Sarah and she waves back. She is my friend, I tell Papa. Yes, he replies. You will make lots of friends here. Can I tell you something, Papa? Of course, he replies. This country is my home. He hugs me tight and we walk together hand in hand back home. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, and till I see you next time, have a good day and happy International Children's Day, because today is June 1st and it's your day. Enjoy, have fun, smile and be happy.